Hi guys, welcome or welcome back. My name is Claire. Welcome to my channel. This is going to be a tarot scope pick a card for the week of Monday, July 6th to the 12th. We're going to do a quick look. First of all, I have some announcements about this channel, some things that I'm going to be changing, and then I'll talk a little bit briefly about the astrology, then we'll go into the collective energies with the tarot, and then we'll do pick a card at the end of the video. You can have your card 1, 2, or 3 in mind for that already. Feel free to pause this video to choose your card, take a nice deep breath, and then whatever card comes to mind first is the one that you should be watching. Timestamps for that are in the description box down below, so if you don't want to watch the whole thing, feel free to just like do that, I guess. So this channel, I've been really enjoying doing these pick a card readings every couple of days, but I have realized in the past few days that in order to be incorporating more of my practice as a herbalist onto this channel, something's got to go. So we're going to be now doing these pick a card readings only once a week. And that way I can also do a herb of the week for you guys. This week we're going to do Rosemary, who's just hanging out here, and I'm going to have that recorded and probably up around the same time as this pick a card. So stay tuned for that. I'm really excited to hit subscribe if you want to be seeing everything that I can tell you about Rosemary. We also have Bob hanging out over there in the corner from my Melissa or Lemon Balm video, and then we have some dried Melissa and Mugwort hanging out behind us. So like we're just kind of in like plant mode right now, and it's kind of nice and you know, feels really good to gel. This week astrologically, there's a lot of like Mercury squaring off to Mars. So a lot of like hard words, a lot of like conflict is going to be said, a lot of like our mentalities coming up against our drives. So like kind of thinking that we can achieve more than we can, or like feeling really frustrated because we don't know how to express ourselves appropriately can be something that will come up a lot. As an aside, Rosemary is really great for working with that. So I mean, you know, this is like me self-promoting, like go subscribe and check out that video because it's going to be a lot of fun. And then on the 8th, we also have the second of 3 Mercury sextiling Uranus. So the first time this happened was on the 1st. No, it was a little bit before the 1st, and that's on the other calendar. So whatever, numbers are weird. So again, this is this aspect when Mercury is sextiling Uranus. It's a lot of like brilliance, a lot of ideas that come through where it's just like, where did that come from? You know, was that me that came up with that? You know, most of the time it's just like a lightning bolt clarity moment and things just go aha, and it gives us a lot of inspiration moving forward. On the 12th, Mercury also goes direct. So this is going to be the last week of this Mercury retrograde, so we can really have a chance to rework even more. Guys, I love Mercury retrograde times. I always have. I think it's a really great time to revisit old passion projects. If there's something that you've been itching to clarify or get more answers about, now is definitely the time to be doing it. We also have on the 12th, the sun is trining Neptune. So it'll be a really good day for connecting to compassion, getting a little bit of a different perspective, reflecting on how our spirituality is integrated into our egos, or to put it another way, how our personalities reflect our higher selves. So that's a lot of fun. It's going to be an interesting week. Let's get into the collective energies with the tarot for the week of the 6th to the 12th. Okay, we've got, this wanted to come out too, so. Okay, we've got the Knight of Pentacles reversed. We have the Devil reversed. We have the 2 of Pentacles reversed, the Ace of Wands, and we have the King of Swords. Okay, so I feel like I know what this is. This is kind of looking a lot like, what are we committed to creating? I think the universe is going to be asking us this week. This universe is definitely going to be taking a look at why are we so attached to creating a certain project? What is in it for us? Is it something that really ignites our sense of passion, something that we're very deeply connected to? Or is it something that we just do because we've always done it? Or for some of us, this will be because it's what's expected of us. This week, we're going to have a lot more mental clarity. around what our day-to-day habits do for us, and in what ways we're still stuck in our ways, stuck in old patterns. This can be stuck in situations that overwhelm us sometimes, or stuck in places that overload us with responsibilities, or with like, I feel like there's going to be a lot of like toxic traits, toxic personalities coming up to be reconciled with, so that like, you know, you might be having a lot of discussions with people where you're starting to like see through their mask and like see like, oh, you know, you said something right there that was very telling, and it really exposed to me who you are underneath the surface. And now I see that what you're saying isn't actually the truth. It's actually your fear, and it's the devil inside of you kind of talking. So I feel like we're going to have a lot of chances to get behind people's masks this week and get a lot clearer about what their motivations are, and it'll be really unburdening. It'll be helping us to pare back, pare down, discover which projects we are actually attached to, and then, you know, move forward with those and not overcommit ourselves, kind of like me on this channel. I always think that's funny when that happens. All right, guys, have your card 1, 2, or 3 in mind. This is going to be your pick a card. I really wanted to do these videos outside today because it was like gorgeous and sunny, and then it like started raining and it hasn't stopped since. And I was like, it's July. You know, me and my best friend were joking. We're like this year, May and July were all backwards, because all month of May I was like outside for the whole month. I had like a nice tan, and like July and June she's been raining. It was like 2020 just forgot her day planner and like whatever. Anyway, let's get into this pick a card. What are the collective messages for this week? Okay, we've got card 1, we've got card 2, we've got card 3. Timestamps are down below. See you in your reading. All right, so this is going to be card number 1. For you, we have the 3 of Wands reversed, card number 1. Okay. So a lot of waiting here, a lot of confusion. I feel like a lot of angry voices I'm hearing. I'm hearing a lot of like caws, you know, like the crow on this card is just like, I can hear it in my ears. It's like, caw, 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 caw. Listen to me, listen to me, listen to what I have to tell you. I feel like you're going to be dealing with a lot of those voices this week. It's going to be a lot of, you know, corvids are very interesting because I feel like they're kind of the assholes, like the humorous assholes of the bird kingdom, but they will often like do things out of a sense of fun, because it's fun for them to like manipulate and toy with people, and just like they'll do that thing where they, sorry, a whole bunch of cards dropped. I'm gonna still talk though. They'll do that thing where they tug on other birds' tail feathers just for fun, just to irritate the other bird. And I kind of get the impression that that's what's gonna be a theme for you this week, is kind of seeing, am I doing this because it's fun, or because or like maybe just because I can, you know, I don't know. What else is going on with this 3 of Wands for card number 1? Okay, we've got the Fool reversed, we've got the High Priestess reversed, we've got the Queen of Wands reversed. We got a lot of like stubborn femmes here. We got a lot of people who kind of want to have it their way. This might be you, this might be somebody else. I feel like whoever you are, I feel like you're coming through as the Fool for some reason. I feel like there is a figure in your life, it might be a young Aquarius, Gemini, or a Libra, or a Leo, who is very, very stubborn and very set in their ways, and very much has one perspective that they believe to be true above all else. This is someone who is pretty inflexible, someone who is ambitious, but doesn't always have the tools to back up their ambitions. This is someone who will follow a whim no matter where it takes them, and then realize after the fact that they maybe don't have the tools to back up their leap, or they don't have the maturity to deal with whatever Pandora's box they've unleashed. And I do see that is like an element of Pandora box nest. There's secrets that are going to be coming out. There are like informational pieces that are just like, they're very vital to the success of whatever leap this Fool character is trying to take, which I feel like is you, that are still being hidden. They're still shrouded in mystery, and there's a lot of like fire and showiness that's kind of getting in the way of that. This could be somebody who's very charismatic and very much is very good at inspiring people to do things or to like get on side with what they want, but can kind of be only skin deep, if that makes sense. So let's get a piece of advice for you for this week. For card number 1. Okay, we've got Come to the Edge. All right, cool. So that's really interesting because I just discussed all of the fears and the sort of inhibitions to taking a leap, all of these challenges or these hidden information pieces. It's really interesting because Spirit was just like, you can take the leap as long as you're not being, as long as your fear isn't guiding you, and as long as you're being guided into something that you feel foundationally connected to, something that you can back up. If it's coming from an intrinsic place of power and intuitive knowing, you are able to jump. Make sure that it is you that is making that executive call, and make sure that you can back it up. Because I feel like with this card, this is saying like, build for the future. Don't just build for a sense of instant gratification. If you are going to be looking into the future to do something, make sure it is from a place of deep, deep knowing. Okay, plan for like 1,000 years from now. Think big, but make sure you have the tools to follow it up, basically. All right, that's it for you, card number 1. This is going to be now card number 2. Okay, card number 2 for you, we have Judgment. Wow. I feel like you're going to be actually, for some reason, I feel like you're going to be spending a lot of time for some of you, you might be going to court, you might be going to some sort of like a legal hearing. There might be some sort of, this is something that you already know about. I don't feel like it'll be like sprung on you necessarily, but I feel like there's something about like, just a very highbrow society kind of a place. I feel like you're going to be spending a lot of time. I feel like you might be called to account for something. Or there might be people who you need to draw a line in the sand with as well. Again, this is Judgment Day. What is she holding? She is holding, oh, that's interesting. I don't know if you guys can see, but she is holding Convallaria majalis, which is, it's a cardiac herb, and I actually can't remember the English name. But in the language of flowers, it symbolizes the return of happiness. So for some of you, you might be having to draw a line in the sand and having to let go of the past and like really just truly let the past die so that some happiness can come back into your life. So some joy can come back into your life. And so your heart can open up again. Whenever I see Convallaria, I think of like love, which can, love which really brings the dead back to life. So yeah, you may have judged somebody really harshly in the past, and they might be coming back now, changed. Let's see what else is going on here. Yeah, we've got Justice reversed, we've got Death reversed, Empress reversed, and the Eight of Pentacles reversed. So that piece about someone who's like, someone from the dead coming back to life, like that feels very, very much like what's happening here. And it does kind of also look like there's, I feel like this person in the past was very devoted to their work. They were very, they didn't have a lot of time for you. There was a fundamental imbalance of like how they allocated their resources. They were more interested in working on something, having their way in every fight or discussion, and they didn't really have a lot of time for you. I feel like this week they might be coming back, and there might be a chance to voice those concerns, and rebalance the situation overall. I feel like there's going to be a lot of transformation that'll happen. I feel like it'll be, I mean, just because of the astrology this week, I feel like it might be spicy in the first half of the week, and then a lot of like self-reflection and sort of like internal transformation in terms of like what your expectations of them are. And then why those were disappointed in the first place, and then a bit of clarity for you maybe around like, well, what is it that you actually want? You know, what is it that makes you feel nourished and like the Empress and just like really good and grounded and like, you know, right, just feeling right. Let's get a piece of advice for you for this week. Okay, we've got the tribe for you, and we've got not for you. Interesting. Okay, so very, very, very clear message. I feel like the people who are going to be coming back into your life, there is transformation there that needs to happen. I don't see the situation necessarily that you would like to have happen manifesting or panning out in the way that you have it in your mind. I feel like there is something about that you have become attached to that needs to end. Again, this might just come back down to getting really clear about your expectations of people, of what they can give you in relationships, or what you can offer other people in relationships. Like being very realistic about like, who am I? What do I need? What can I do? And then allowing that dance to kind of happen between give and take, between like, it might be this person's turn to like lead you in a tango, or you becoming more of a like receiver of energy, and just kind of like understanding the natural ebb and flow of a relationship, and getting totally honest about like, this didn't work in the past because I wanted this thing from this person that may not have been really appropriate or practical or doable, or like whatever, you know, whatever the case may be. It was just like, there's something about it that is about to change and transform. And it's time to restore a little bit of that give and take dance to your relationships. Cool. That's it for you, card number 2. I'm going to have a sip of my rosemary tea. God, there's something about herbal tea that's just like, especially fresh herbs, you can like taste the vitality, and it's like, yeah, so good. So good. This is you, card number 3. We have for you the 10 of Cups reversed. Okay. Interesting. 10 of Cups reversed for you, hey? Well, I'm not ready to read these. What am I talking about? I find myself wondering for you, card number 3, if there isn't something, something you are refusing to see in your home life, or in your like heart home life, if that makes sense. I don't feel like it's a negative thing for you, actually. I feel like there might be some things that you're taking for granted in others that have led you to like over exaggerate how happy one part of your relationship makes you. I feel very like this is a weird read. Every time I work with the hush, it's like, you didn't see that coming. I'm like, you're right, I didn't. I like it though. It kind of feels like there was something in this relationship that was always there. There's a new side of it that you've seen, but there's a sense of fear and a sense of denial that is keeping you from seeing the real gifts in this relationship or in this situation. And by over-exaggerating the happiness that one aspect of it gives you, you totally miss what is really of value there, what is really truthful, maybe. What's going on with this 10 of Cups for people? Okay. We have the Knight of Swords, we have the Knight of Wands, we have the 4 of Pentacles, and we have the 2 of Pentacles. Wow, so definitely And the Ten of Cups reversed on the bottom again for you guys. So there's like a lot of give and take kind of energy here. Also, like I just peeked at that and we're just gonna like I feel like there's a balance that needs to be found here within yourself. In this situation, whatever it is for you in your life, it could be romantic, it could be practical, it could be just in regards to a project, whatever it is. There is a balance that I see that you need to be able to be finding for yourself this week, where instead of like, you don't have to be riding off in every direction and being like super ambitious about every idea that like inspires you, but at the same time, you also don't have to be like getting super intellectual about things and like over analyzing every single detail and like kind of beating the snot out of it with your brain. You need to be conserving your energy and finding a little bit of self-control with yourself so that you're going to be able to use both parts of your creative process, your manifestive abilities to be really like serving you long term and to be making sure, pardon me, that your foundations are stable. And I feel like as well, not giving away your energy too easily to illusions. I feel like there's going to be a lot of confusion here. Maybe not like so much deception, but definitely more just feeling like you want to engage with something that might not be true. So as I was saying in the beginning, like that feeling that like there's something about this relationship or this situation that you're exaggerating how happy it makes you feel. You might be kind of like subconsciously be detecting that. And it's starting to like bring up a lot of energy, a lot of anger, a lot of volatility, and wanting to like lash out or engage with it. But it's interesting because if you choose to do that, you'll really just deplete your energy. And what Spirit is saying to me to deliver to you right now is that conserve your energy. It's not totally clear, all of these different parts to the situation just yet. Like there's something about it that you need to be like reserving your judgment for, like not engaging with, because there is another side to the story that maybe I feel like it just won't be immediately available to you if you are feeling really like volatile and you really want to like and I don't want to discourage anger or anything like that, because I love anger. I do, I think it's a very useful emotion. But I feel like this is one of those situations in which if you are being ruled by, if you're being controlled by, if you're not understanding the purpose of your anger, as in what it is that you would like to change in a certain situation, you will deplete yourself, you will burn yourself out, and you will find it much harder to reconcile that situation after the fact. So conserve your energy, if at all possible. Like, do make sure that you're taking a step back and moving from a place of like, okay, well, what is it that's actually important to me in this situation? Why am I being triggered? What is this activating in me? How can I move forward and work with it? Let's get a final card of advice for you, card number 3. Breathe. Totally. Okay, so if some of you guys are like yogis, I don't know. Just take a nice deep breath. There's going to be a lot of emotions flowing through your body this week. You're going to have a lot of chances to sort of feel yourself in a way that you might not have in a really long time. And there's going to be like a lot of new information that comes up for you. So to integrate it best, to work with it best, to not be overwhelmed by it, do whatever you can to like get outside, even if it's raining, like go outside, bundle up a little bit if you need to, and like walk around. I have one of these mentors in herb school who I really loved, and where I went to school, we lived really close to this place called the Breakwater, and the Breakwater is right on the edge of this sort of peninsula, so there's a lot of wind that comes in off of the sea, and it's very like harsh and bracing, and you kind of have to like struggle against the wind and like walk into it, and it's very cathartic and therapeutic, actually. And I just remember really distinctly her telling me about one season in her life where she was working through a lot of anger and a lot of like resentment. And in order to do it, she would go to the breakwater and like bundle up, and like rosemary is going to be a great ally for you too. Please check out this video because this is totally the herb for you this week specifically, and it's so easy to get your hands on. Okay. And like getting something that's going to really help you move that heat, move that energy through your body, and like walking into it, processing it in a really healthy way, because you're going to feel clarity. You're going to feel so much more revitalized. You're going to feel a lot more power within yourself if you're able to detach from lashing out at people, if you're able to work with your anger in a way that motivates you to create positive changes in your life instead of burning bridges that you might need to cross over later. Okay, that is it for you, card number 3. That's all I have for everyone today. If you guys are still here, thank you so much for tuning in. I really hope that these resonated. Again, please like, please share, please like, comment and subscribe, and like do whatever you feel like right now. And I will see you in my next video about rosemary. Okay, take care, guys. Bye.